Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Gear. I am the Director of Operations and one of the Managing Directors for BNI Arizona. And every single week, I come to you providing a weekly education nugget called Wisdom Wednesday that counts as one chapter education unit for watching. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition. Hopefully you all had an amazing Thanksgiving holiday. Can't believe that December is tomorrow. I can't believe it. It's crazy. So just a couple of reminders, guys. We will be sending out the new Power of One report and probably either tomorrow or Friday. So it will be coming out. All of the numbers for November did end on your chapter's last active meeting of the month. So if your chapter met on Tuesday or Wednesday this week, your meeting was, once it ended, was your cutoff for November. Unfortunately for Thursday and Friday chapters, your cutoff was the week prior to Thanksgiving. So what that means is anything submitted after your last active meeting will count towards December's numbers. So I get that question a lot, especially around the holiday time. When the Power of One report comes out, everyone's like, oh my gosh, why are my numbers so low? And it could be when you submitted your numbers. So just want to make sure everyone knows when holidays are coming up, especially around Christmas and New Year's, some chapters are taking 2 weeks off. And in that case, your last active meeting of the month, so whenever date that falls on, whenever your meeting ends, because from start to finish, your meeting's 90 minutes unless you have a larger chapter to where it's an extended period of time. But whatever time your chapter ends is when BNI Connect shuts off the numbers for your chapter for that month. So anything submitted during those unactive weeks will automatically shift to the next active meeting, which could be potentially the next month. So just want to make sure everyone was aware of how that works. Now, as a reminder for our VPs that are watching, make sure that you guys submit all of your PALMS reports by the end of today. So any PALMS reports that are not submitted by the end of the month, all of that data does not go towards the Power of One numbers as well. So it's important that we're keeping up on those PALMS reports every single week. So it's usually you have to submit them within 24 hours or 48 hours of the meeting time. But when it comes to the end of the month, remember, we have to submit it by the end of the day on the last day of the month, especially when it falls in the middle of the week. So make sure that we get all those PALMS reports submitted so that way all of that member activity gets shifted over to the PALMS report. So another frequently asked question that I've been getting a lot lately is regarding thank you for closed business. So I wanted to remind everybody that the updated thank you for closed business regulations for each different industry is uploaded to the file section of this Facebook page. So if you go to this Facebook page, click on the file link, you're going to see the BNI TYFCB. It's not the yogurt company, it's Thank You for Closed Business. And for the most recent MSP details. So any of our newer members that are watching right now, if you received the Thank You for Closed Business details in the Member Success Program training manual that was emailed to you, that document was unfortunately outdated. So it is the old version of the Thank You for Closed Business details. So we want to make sure that you are all getting the same information when it comes to Thank You for Closed Business. So please, please, please. So if you're on a leadership team right now, go to the file section, download the updated version of the Thank You for Closed Business details. That way we're all on the same page. I would say the biggest change on that sheet is regarding insurance professions. So if you are representing any type of insurance, make sure to go check out that form to ensure that you're submitting your Thank You for Closed Business correctly. Also, as a reminder, now that we're kind of heading towards the end of the year, we will have some additional time to be able to log our numbers, especially if we may have missed anything throughout the year. So make sure to go through all of the details and log thank you for closed business that are members from your chapter. Log the cross-chapter thank you for closed business for business that you've received from members in other chapters. And also, as you're going through your details, make sure to log the thank you for closed business that you've received from visitors as well as from past BNI members. So those two options, if you go to the drop-down menu, so the member drop-down menu, when you're in your thank you for closed business slip, at the very bottom of the drop-down is going to be an option for visitor and one for BNI. So those are going to be where you will enter in that information. And if you ever look at the PALMS report, at the very bottom of the PALMS report, there's going to be two rows, one for visitor and one for BNI. So our members and our chapter leaders will be able to track how much closed business members are receiving from past BNI members as well as from visitors that have attended the chapter, because that's one of the biggest perks of inviting visitors to the chapter meetings is because of that thank you for closed business. They say on average a visitor passes about $1,500 worth of business to members in the chapter, whether they join or not. But if we don't log it, we don't know what's happening. So we want to make sure that we're tracking all of that thank you for closed business. That way it'll also reflect on the back end for the amount of thank you for closed business that you've received from BNI as well, because that's going to be the biggest thing, is tracking your own numbers, so making sure that you're getting a great return on your investment for your BNI membership. So make sure to check that thank you for closed business form for your specific profession and make sure that you're recording that thank you for closed business correctly. If you have any questions, you can check in with your leadership team or message Carolyn or I or Nate as the managing directors, so that way we can help kind of walk you through the process. So want to make sure everyone's updated on that. And lastly, I wanted to remind everyone how important power teams are. So if your chapter isn't already doing power teams, I would highly recommend checking it out, because those are going to be smaller strategic meetings that members can have each month to really help propel their business. So it's not just getting together, talking about the weather or different things like that. You want to have those strategic strategy sessions with your power team members, so that way you can really maximize on the connections within your chapter. You could even build cross-chapter power teams if you really want. So the sky is the limit when it comes to power teams, but we recommend power teams meeting at least one time per month. And one of the biggest strategies that I would say is one of the reasons that I joined the Hall of Fame chapter back when I was in the massage world is I was invited to a power team meeting. And that really opened my eyes on the dynamic of that specific team. So when you have these power team meetings, one, I would recommend posting when they are on your chapter's golden ticket or chapter placemat. That way when visitors are attending and they're seeing that chapter placemat during the membership committee report, when we're talking about all the top categories that our chapter are looking to fill, we can also include those categories for the visitors that are in the room, but also encourage them to check out that power team time and day and attend their potential power team meeting. And that serves as multiple purposes. One, they'll be able to see the dynamic of the team. Two, the power team will be able to get to know them before they submit an application to really know if they're going to be a great fit for the power team. And three, once they do submit an application, the power team can then provide feedback to the membership committee to ensure we're bringing in the right people, guys, because yes, we're all about growth. We now have 1,975 members just here in BNI Arizona throughout our 85 chapters, but growth is not the goal. It's not just putting butts in seats, it's finding the right people for the seats. So that feedback and that getting to know the visitors is going to be huge. So invite those visitors to not attend every single power team meeting, but attend one power team meeting. just so that way they can experience it. That way, once they become a member, then they can be a part of that power team meeting on a regular basis. So it's not just inviting them every single month, but once they do visit, let them know that the power team is meeting on a particular day. That way they can join in and be able to, one, learn specifically all about the businesses in that particular power team, and then they'll be able to learn more about that visitor as well. So make sure that you guys are setting up those power team meetings. There is a power team meeting agenda, so if any of you need that agenda, let me know and I can definitely send it over your way. But it's important that we base the topics off of different strategies. Some of the things that I really loved about a power team meeting is talking about what are some really great things that are going on in the business. What are some challenges that are going on in your business that maybe your power team can provide feedback and actually help you on? Working on your weekly presentation, so that 30 to 60-second presentation. Ask for feedback, because we know all about our business, but the more we gain feedback from our power team members, so that way we are coming off clearer to the rest of our chapter members, that would potentially gain us more referrals and more thank you for closed business to be submitted. So make sure that when you're having your power team meeting, guys, be strategic with it. Plan events together. Do some amazing things over this next year. And if you have questions about it, definitely feel free to reach out to Carolyn or I. We're happy to help. So just as a reminder, go and check out that thank you for closed business file on this page. So click on the file link. You'll see BNI TYFCB from the MSP. So that is from the BNI Business Builder MSP, which has the updated information. So that is going to be what you'll want to use. And then continue to work on those power teams, because that is really going to help accelerate your business over the next year. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's edition of Wisdom Wednesday. And remember to record one chapter education for watching. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.